All parties on Munch versus Bay. Step forward, please.
26-year-old dancer Marie Munch is suing former live-in lover, 24-year-old waiter Errol Bay, for running up long-distance calls to Turkey. Errol says he was never told he had to pay.
Order. All rise. Your Honor, this is case number 589 on the calendar in the matter of Munch versus Bay. Parties have been sworn in, Judge. You may be seated. Ma'am, have a seat, please.
You lived with the defendant for a short period of time. He moved into your house. You'll tell me why in a minute. You say while he was there, he ran up a pretty large long-distance phone bill you want him to pay for his long-distance calls. And you, sir, say you were never told you had to pay your own bills.
Never. Money was...
my... Shh, shh. When did he move in and why?
He moved in approximately the beginning of November. Why? Because I was kind-hearted. I liked him. I didn't know he was a wannabe gigolo and was going to take advantage of me.
How long did you know him before you invited him to your home?
Not long enough.
How long?
Not long enough.
You don't want to tell me?
No.
Must have been. And what did you tell him when he moved in?
Basically, we decided to date. I then told him that he did need to carry his own weight. I was not going to pay his bills. If he made long-distance phone calls to his mother, he needed to pay for them. I did not know he was going to call Turkey and talk for God knows how long.
Where did his mother live?
Chicago.
How long did you live there, sir?
From November, about a month.
1 month.
1 month.
And where had you lived previously?
I was in Chicago.
Where does she live?
She's in Dallas, Texas. Arlington.
What brought you to... you weren't sure where you were?
It was Fort Worth. I just moved to Texas, so I wasn't really sure of the...
It's a big state.
Very big, very.
Where did you meet her?
I actually met her at the Baby Dolls in Arlington. It's kind of a, how do I say, strippy kind
Gentleman's
of...
club.
Gentleman's club, thank you.
Okay.
I'm sorry.
And you moved in with her because you had no other place to live?
No, that is incorrect.
Yes, it is.
No, wait.
Why did you move in with her?
She asked me to move in with her. What happened was...
Try to look at me.
I'm sorry there. What happened was actually, the short period of time that we met each other, she asked me to move in. She knew that I didn't have $1 on me. She knew...
Just a second. Don't tell me what she knew.
Okay.
So you moved in with her.
Right.
And she paid the rent.
Right.
And you didn't have any money.
She knew she was...
Shut up! Don't tell me what she knew.
Please. Please.
Don't tell me what she knew.
But wait.
No. You wait. I ask questions, you answer questions.
Your Honor,
so you moved...
I'm not going to get nowhere, though, with this.
We're going to get
I'm not going to
somewhere.
get nowhere with this. She knew, and
We're going to get somewhere, Mr. Bay.
Okay.
Pay attention to my questions.
Okay.
You moved in with her, and she was going to continue to pay the rent, and you were not going to contribute to the rent. Is that right?
That is correct.
Good. Say nothing.
Done. Finished.
Say nothing.
Okay.
Now, you didn't have any money.
Right.
According to you.
According to both of us.
According to you, you didn't. Not according to her. According to you, you didn't have any money.
That is correct.
Right. So, and I assume that you ate there at her house.
I sure did.
Okay. And since you didn't have any money,
right,
she paid for the food.
Right.
And I assume that when you went into the bathroom, you turned on the light.
And...
Chop! The answer is yes or no.
Yes, it is.
And when you turned on the light, she was paying for the utilities because you had no money.
Nothing.
So I assume because you're a very nice person, you are a nice person, right?
Oh.
Right?
Yeah, very.
Very nice person. You didn't want to take advantage.
No, not at all.
So if you don't take advantage, then you used her phone, if you had to use it at all, for emergencies only.
Now can I say...
Just a second. First, you answer my question.
Okay.
So that you used her phone, which you weren't paying for emergencies only.
Okay. For emergencies only?
Yes.
So everything was an emergency that I had to use?
So I told you...
Miss Munch,
all right,
don't speak. Don't speak.
Right.
If it doesn't look like you have to speak, you're better off not saying a word. Right? Okay. So what you're saying is, and according to your answer, you not only called your mother in Chicago.
In Chicago, that's correct.
You're close to your mother.
Right.
Well, that's wonderful. But you also have a father who lives in Turkey.
That is correct.
And you like to talk to your father.
That is correct.
Let me see the bills.
Which 13 pages would you like?
Yeah.
Yeah.
13 pages?
Yeah, 13 pages.
I'll comment on that.
Just a second. I'm going to show them all to
no
you,
one's letting
sir.
me speak. You both are just
I'm going to show them
slapping me
to you,
around
sir.
here. And I'm just thinking, what, you know?
What?
Right, just a second. What are you thinking, sir?
No, what am I thinking?
I want to know what you're thinking.
Exactly what I'm thinking. When I first met her, she knew that I didn't have a dollar. I moved into her house, right? We
Not
got that
true.
part clear?
Miss
We got
Munch,
that- okay,
Miss
wait,
Munch,
please.
don't say anything. I
moved in,
I
right?
want to hear Mr.
When I moved in her house, she knew that I didn't have a dollar. I couldn't pay for no utilities. She said I was already paying for it. She said I made enough money and whatnot, whatever. I said I could even get a whatever job here and there. It didn't matter, right? 1 month passed by, all right? Everything's going hunky-dory. Everything's going perfect. Everything's going fine.
Who got you the job you got
Could
now?
you please shut
Miss
up?
Munch,
Sorry.
don't listen to me, Mr. Bay.
Look,
Don't
I
speak.
know.
Don't speak to her.
I'm not.
Don't
you
speak
know?
to her.
All right. This is exactly what happened. In that 1 month time,
Have you ever been in jail?
I've never had a speeding
Shh,
ticket.
shh, shh. That's not what I asked you.
Right.
Shh,
No,
it's not what I
haven't.
asked you.
No, I haven't, Your Honor.
You have never been incarcerated.
I have never been nothing
Okay.
incarcerated.
You sure about that? Are you sure, Mr. Bay?
Yes, I'm sure about that, Your Honor. I've never been to jail. We got a bill on my jail thing?
Excuse me?
Do we have some jail?
I'm asking you a question.
No, I wasn't, Your Honor.
Look here.
Yes.
Never been to jail.
Never.
Never been arrested.
Never, 18 and under? Or what?
Never been arrested.
I've been arrested.
Okay.
Yeah.
When was the last time you were arrested?
Last time I was arrested.
Just think very
I
carefully,
was
Mr. Bay.
thinking
When
yes.
was the last time you were
Last
arrested?
time I was arrested. No, I don't remember. Long time, 18 years old maybe.
How old are you now?
Oh, you know what? No, I had a party at my house in Chicago.
Yeah.
Big party.
Yes.
Uh-oh.
Go ahead.
No, that was the only time, Your Honor. That was the last time I got arrested. It was a party at my house. Good party.
What were you arrested for?
I was arrested for disturbing the peace.
Okay. How old are you now, Mr. Bay?
But those charges were dropped. I was found not
How
guilty.
old are you now, Mr. Bay?
I am 24 years old.
Okay.
Can I finish what I started, Your Honor? Because
Yes.
I can
Yes.
understand her cutting me off, but please, Your Honor.
I'm allowed to cut you off, sir. I'm the judge.
I did not say nothing.
I'm the judge.
Mom, you're right, Your Honor.
Good.
Judge Judy continues in a moment. People, Judge Judy. Marie Munch claims former live-in lover, Errol Bay, owes her for long-distance calls to Turkey and other places.
You may continue, sir.
Okay, so everything was fine. Everything was great. Money wasn't a problem. Nope, I make this, you make nothing, don't matter, whatnot, whatever. I'm paying the bills. I've had many people stiff me. I really don't care if you whatever, whatnot. Those were words, in general, spoken to me. And you cannot look me in the eyes and say you
I
never
don't want.
said
Did
it.
I tell you not to talk to her?
No,
Did I tell you not to talk to her?
I was just saying.
What is the total amount of the bills to Turkey?
I don't know. You got
What is it?
His total
Your
long
Honor,
distance
please.
was
Just a second, please.
$422.
What's the total amount of his bill? You mean you didn't add this up?
Yes,
You
I did.
expect me
It's
to add this up?
$422.
Oh,
Let me see.
Wait. 422. You could add those up, but you don't give about how your husband. No,
Excuse me, what did he just say?
My who?
Excuse me,
your,
what did he
your
just say?
ex-husband, her husband.
My
Judgment.
husband has nothing to do with you.
Please, Your Honor, please. I'm sorry.
Judgment is
Please.
for the plaintiff.
Please,
sir.
could you please,
Oh,
Your
no,
Honor.
no, sir.
I'm sorry,
No,
Your
sir.
Honor.
I didn't hear. I'm sorry.
If you didn't-
Say I'm sorry.
I am sorry,
I'm
Your Honor.
very
I am
sorry.
very sorry, Your
Very
Honor.
sorry.
I am sorry for using
then
the word.
don't do it again.
I'm sorry. Okay. Now, as calm adult as I am, and I will add to this, Your Honor.
As what?
As a calm adult, I will add, okay, that
Calm adult.
It's hard to understand.
I'll be very calm. I'm very sorry. But her husband, her ex-husband, I'm very sorry.
What is he?
Okay, what has he got to do with it? Please.
Your Honor, you know
Your
what?
Honor,
This
Your Honor,
is my
please just
witness,
wait.
and she used
Will
to
you
drive him
please sit down,
everywhere.
please?
I want
Your
you to
Honor,
get.
please. Your
No,
Honor,
no, Mr.
excuse me.
Bay.
Please.
Listen to me carefully.
Okay.
Your case
Okay.
is like a small boil on a large elephant. I have a lot more serious business
Okay.
to take care of today, so
And
pay careful
very-
attention to me.
I will tell you
I'm not interested in
completely. I will tell you, please, Your Honor, if you could just
I'm
give me
not-
2 seconds. 2 seconds, Your Honor, I will explain who she is, what she does, and why I'm here today for no
called who?
reason. Who called who?
Yeah, did I use
Just
my
a
phone or
second.
did you use
Just
my
a
phone?
second.
Your Honor,
Just-
could I please finish what I got to say? I haven't
No.
even got. I'm still over there even meeting her. I'm on the meeting
I don't
part.
understand.
Did I
this
tell you
man.
how she kicked me
I
out?
think that he's been doing something to his brain that he doesn't understand.
To my-
I want you to understand, sir. I'm only interested in the telephone bill. Is it your position, sir, that because you were never told you had to pay for your own long-distance calls,
Right.
that you are not responsible for them?
I was never responsible
is
for
it,
them,
Just a
Your Honor.
second.
Never
Is it-
responsible. She talked to my
just
mother.
listen to me.
She talked to my mother.
Listen to me.
She knew the 10-10-3.
Judgment for the plaintiff in the amount of $455.
Please.
That's all.
Please, Your Honor.
Get him out of
Your
here.
Honor, come on.
Thank you.
This is, you know, this, dude. Yeah, dude. Man, look. That.
I'm just glad that he got his 15 minutes of fame, and I hope that he's happy. No job.
No job, no money, no nothing. I took him wherever he needed to go.
I think he's a wannabe gigolo, and I hope the whole world knows, do not let him use your phone.
And now the next case.
All parties on Callan versus Hill. Step forward, please.
20-year-old Melody Callan claims she gave former friend Chanda Hill a calling card that she abused. Chanda says this is really about Melody cheating with her boyfriend.
Miss Callan, you and the defendant sort of shared a boyfriend.
That's correct, Your Honor.
This one.
Unfortunately, yes.
And for some strange reason, which you're going to tell me, you gave the defendant, who is this gentleman's current girlfriend,
That's correct.
your calling card,
Yes, ma'am.
telephone credit card. You claim that she abused it and owes you $54 and some cents.
That's correct.
So first, why don't you tell me why you gave her the credit card?
I gave her the credit card because I was pregnant at the time and I was under severe emotional distress. I wasn't sure what was going on. My ex-boyfriend was lying to me, and so was Shanda. They were both telling me the truth.
Lying about what?
He was lying that they were seeing each other. She was saying that they were seeing each other. He said he was being honest to me. And
He said that they weren't seeing each
he
other?
said they weren't, and he couldn't believe that
Why
I
not?
had even asked him that. He was very upset with me. for
How
asking.
long were you together with him?
In June, starting June of last year,
For how long?
until October.
And how long has he been your boyfriend?
It'll be 3 years September.
And he's also still married at the time.
That has nothing to do with this.
So you were a long-time girlfriend, and you were sort of in between. Okay. So the boyfriend, ex-boyfriend, is telling you that he's not seeing the girlfriend.
Correct.
The old girlfriend. She's telling you. How is she telling you? Was she calling you? Were you calling her?
I was calling her.
You were calling her? What made you call her?
Because I was trying to figure out what was going on. I was told, he was telling me things, and I was wanting to try to get a feel for what was going on. I'm pregnant with his child at the time, and I didn't know what to think, what to believe, and I'm just, about to go crazy because I'm in South Carolina. I'm away from all my friends and close family.
Well, where was he living?
He was living in Kentucky, and he was supposed to be joining me in South Carolina, which we had talked about, after his divorce was finalized. And then he was unable to get that divorce because his current wife was pregnant, and supposedly not with his child.
He must have something that I certainly don't see.
I don't know what I saw in him, Your Honor.
Judge Judy continues in a moment.
I don't know whether she loves him or is just desperate.
I think it's obsession.
Maybe. Obsession.
don't
My
know.
God.
Obsessive compulsive
You get
disorder.
obsessed over Paul Newman.
Closed captioning, sponsored in part by Real Cases, Real People, Judge Judy. Melody Callan wants former friend Chanda Hill to pay her for abusing her calling card.
All right, Miss Callan. So you started to call the defendant.
Correct.
But there came a time that you gave her your calling card number. Why?
Yes, ma'am. I gave her my calling card number because I was calling her. I was trying to, put together the pieces and figure out what was actually going on to see, what I was going to, do if I had this child. And also to try to get a feeling for if he was actually being,
Faithful.
true to me. Yes. Anyways, I gave her my calling card and I asked her to use it to call me and only me, and when I had called her and stuff, to call me back. And in turn, she's called numerous other people, which I've called some of these people, and they even told me that they knew she was using a card, and she told them that she was talking for free.
Well, let me see the bill.
I've highlighted in pink the calls that she has made to other people, and the ones that are in yellow are the ones that she made to other people. The one in pink are to me, and the ones in white are ones that I made.
Just a minute. The ones in pink
Are
the
ones
ones she made to other
To
people.
me. The ones in pink are the ones she made to me.
And the ones
in yellow
yellow.
are the ones that she made to other people.
Ah, okay. All right. Miss Hill, there came a time that you gave her that she gave you her credit card.
Yep, right here's the letter.
Okay. Let me see the letter.
It does not say to just call Melody. It does not say that I would have to pay for any phone calls.
Miss Hill. You read, right?
Yes, ma'am.
If you ever need to contact me, call me at, and her phone number. You may use my calling card, just don't give it out.
Yeah.
If you ever need to talk to me, here, use my calling card and call me. That's exactly what it says. So what'd you call other people for on her calling card?
Because I didn't have no long distance at the time. And me and her also had a conversation where she knew I was making these phone calls.
Let me ask you this question, Miss Hill. She's calling you because this charmer over here, you know, whose attributes are veiled to me, is clearly two-timing her.
That's not my fault, though.
It's not your fault.
No.
I'm not saying that's your fault.
I mean,
Now listen to me. That's his fault, right? And that's her fault for being stupid, and maybe your fault for being stupid. But she's clearly calling you because she's upset, right? Just pay attention. And she's calling you because the boyfriend is not doing the right thing. So she says, I really have to talk to you. Now you could have said to her, listen, I don't want to talk to you about this. Anything that you have to talk to, whatever his name is, you know, talk to him. But you didn't. And because she's desperate to speak to you, she says, I don't even want it to cost you anything to talk to me. Here's my credit card. Call me. So when she said to you, here's the bill, why didn't you just pay it?
She never gave me no bill.
Did she tell you you owed her money?
No, she called my mom and told my mom would have to pay for it. My mom didn't make the phone calls I did.
That's not correct.
Just a second.
That is
You
too
mean
correct.
before she... You mean she never contacted you or tried to contact you before she called your mother?
No.
Is that what you're telling me?
Yes, ma'am.
Let me hear.
Yes, ma'am, I did call. Told her, when she called me, she told me that she had used my calling card, and when she told me that, I called and had my PIN number changed so she could not use it anymore. She also said she would pay for the bills when I got them. I then called her when I got the bill and told her how much it was. At this time, she was living with Larry, my ex-boyfriend.
I was living with Larry the whole time.
And at this time, and then she had moved. They moved to Shelbyville. I got their number from an unknown source, which I will not reveal, and I called them at this new address. After I had called her mother to tell her mother that I wanted the money and how much it was again.
But first you told her.
Yes, ma'am.
Judge Judy continues in a moment.
Okay. And the entire bill that we're talking about here is really not much, so this is a
It's
matter
not
of
much, but it's a lot of principle. I mean, you know, he screwed me over once, and now she has done the same thing, and I will not let her get away with it.
Listen, you are you are much better off. Your whole life is much better off without him. Right?
I agree.
Okay. And I understand you miscarried this baby.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Miss Hill, I don't know whether she loves him or is just desperate.
I think it's obsession.
Maybe. Obsession.
I don't think
My
so.
God.
Obsessive-compulsive
You get
disorder.
obsessed over Paul Newman. Miss Hill, you owe her $54.20. Pay her. That's all.
Parties are excused. You may step out.
Judge Judy continues in a moment. And on the next Judge Judy.
Now, this is case number 216 on the calendar in the matter of England versus Godfrey. Parties have been sworn in, Judge. You may be seated. Ma'am, have a seat.
Miss England, this is your son?
Yes, ma'am.
You are suing this lady, Miss Godfrey, because of something her son did to your son. Is
Yes,
that right? You weren't present.
No, ma'am.
Only your son was there.
Yes, ma'am.
And the defendant's son was there. Randy, you were sitting in school. You're in the same class as the defendant?
Yes.
And Joel decided to act like an idiot.
Yes.
And in the pursuance of that conduct, in order to make sure that he was a real idiot, he took a what?
Lighter.
Lighter. And he lit your
Hair.
hair on fire. Any question in your mind that your son was an idiot?
No.
A real idiot, right?
I would say he had an error in judgment, yes.
He was an idiot.
Yes, ma'am.
Fortunately, you were not injured.
Yes.
Is that right? Now, where did he light it? Show me.
He lit it right up here. Just about, it was about 2-inch flame.
And what'd you do, pat it out?
Yeah. No,
With your hand?
My friend Ricky patted it out.
Did you feel anything?
No.
Not at all.
No.
Did the flame hit your scalp or just got your hair?
Just touched my hair.
Turn around, let me see. And, oh, great. And it's all grown in now?
Mm-hmm.
How long did it take for your hair to grow back?
About 2 months.
Mm-hmm. Now, what happened to you, Joel, as a result of this incident?
I was expelled and I had to do community service.
Are you back in school now?
Yes,
When did you get back into school?
the beginning of this year.
Were you homeschooled the rest of the year?
Yes.
Okay. Now, what did you say to him when you realized what he did?
I didn't say anything
Why not?
because he ran out of the classroom before I got to say anything.
Were you a friend of his?
I was.
Have you ever said anything to him?
Mm-mm.
Did you ever apologize to him?
The probation officer, my counselor this year, and the cop, and everybody just told me not to say anything, just not talk.
I'm talking about the next day, before the police became involved.
I was kicked out of school.
What about
The next day.
That day I was kicked out of school.
Oh, were you?
Yeah.
Did the teacher witness what happened?
No.
So how'd the teacher find out about it?
I believe one of the students told him.
Now, Miss England, we all understand that he did a foolish, dumb, idiotic thing because he could have caused really serious damage to your son. But he didn't.
I understand.
Your son went to his next class. His hair grew back. So why do you think that this stupidity should result in a $5,000 judgment against his mother?
Because, Your Honor, I have done everything I can through the school district, and according to the school district, there's supposed to be zero tolerance, which means this isn't supposed to happen whatsoever. My son has absolutely no beef with this kid whatsoever. And
he was a fool.
Yeah, he was. And
Yeah.
the thing was, is I went through all the procedures as far as the district goes in order to, you know, do the uniform complaint form, go through the principal so they could keep the boys at least separated, because there was no beef. And if he's going to do this to it, no, okay.
He didn't beat him up. I'll tell you, he was acting like a fool.
Yeah, he was.
He wasn't acting, you know, it's
So-
not as if they were angry with each other. You weren't angry with him, were you?
No.
No, ma'am.
They weren't angry with each other. You were doing the right thing to make sure that you wanted it to stay on his record so that
Right,
in the future, if something happened,
right.
they might look at him and say, well, you know, this kid's got a history with fire.
Right.
Whatever. He was already expelled from school, so the school district knew about it. My question to you, Miss England, is why are you suing his mother for $5,000?
Because I think she should be liable for, you know,
For
him
what?
acting like
No,
an
for what?
idiot.
No, for what? You sue because there is an injury.
I understand that.
Your son was not injured.
Right.
You sue because, in your case, you say emotional distress. Your son had no emotional distress. He just thought it was a stupid thing, put the fire out,
Well-
and went on with his business.
The way I look at it, Your Honor, is number one, the school didn't do anything. Randy walked around school. I mean, I've got 6 different phone numbers and a 2-way radio. I can be reached 24/7 in my
They
life.
should have done something. They should have contacted you immediately, but that's not our fault. Why don't
No,
you sue
they
the school
didn't.
district?
I'm getting to that. So anyway, Randy walked around school all day long with a big burn mark in his hair. That is embarrassing and humiliating.
He wasn't embarrassed or humiliated. See, stop it. He wasn't. He wasn't embarrassed and humiliated.
Okay, well then the way I look at it is when I went to the district and everything in order to file the complaint forms to make sure that this doesn't happen anymore, well, Miss Godfrey is a teacher with the school district.
Yeah.
And the way I look at it is she should know the rules.
She knows the rules.
I don't think so.
Listen, he's not 5 years old. You send your child to school, you hope that they do the right thing. You can't anticipate
Well,
all
it kind
the
of
time.
upsets me a little bit that the kid was stoned at the time he did it.
He was not.
Well, how do you
He
know
was
that?
not.
I know it because here's the police
Absolutely
report.
was
Well, I'd
not.
take a-
It
I'd
does
like to
not
take a look
say
at the
that
police
at
report.
all.
And the police report is very, very detailed.
Sure, let me read it. Let me read it. All right, so let me read what the police report says, because you say that this report says that he was high on drugs. Were you high on drugs when this happened?
No, ma'am.
Had you smoked any dope?
No.
High on alcohol?
No.
You mean you just did it because you were a fool?
Yeah.
Did you burn somebody else that day? Their clothes?
Yeah, I singed my friend's sweater a little bit.
What'd you do that for?
I don't know, because I was a fool.
What were you doing with a marijuana pipe?
I was going to give it to one of my friends.
That's not true. That's not true.
If they thought that I was doing any drugs, they would have drug tested me.
That's not true. I don't care what they thought. I asked you. bought your friend a present to give him a marijuana pipe? Is that what you're telling me? Huh? Is that what you're telling me? Listen, if you said to me in front of your mother that you'd smoked a little marijuana that morning and you were feeling a little giddy and stupid, which is why you burned your friend's jacket, you burned his hair, I would say, well, at least there would have been a reason for you acting like such a moron. Do you understand? Other than the fact that you're just stupid.
Judge Judy continues in a moment.
14-year-old Randy England says former classmate 14-year-old Joel Godfrey lit his hair on fire.
Unfortunately, Miss England, not every act should result in a lawsuit. Whether this young man continues to involve himself in pranks, which one day are going to escalate into something more serious, that's ultimately his responsibility, and at this time will be his mother's burden, because she is now on public notice.
And that's what I needed.
That her son, either while under the influence of drugs, which is a substantial possibility, or while under the influence of just being an idiot, which also puts her on notice that he has this propensity, will be responsible if he hurts somebody else. You do understand that.
Yes,
You
ma'am.
got away this time as a freebie for your mother, but the next time it's not a freebie. The next time she may be held liable in some court for the amount of injuries that are caused if you don't comport yourself like a human being. Clear?
Yeah.
Oy, I don't carry much hope, but she's on notice.
Yes, ma'am. And that's what I needed.
You got it.
Thank you, ma'am.
Parties are excused. You may step out.
I was really embarrassed
Hopefully Randy will forgive me.
because I had to walk around school with a big patch on the back of my head.
I mean, I never meant to hurt him or anything.
I know it was a joke.
Sorry.
And now the next case.
All parties in the matter of Combs versus Hood. Step forward, please.
Angela Combs is suing her ex-boyfriend, construction worker Marvin Hood, for the return of her belongings. Marvin is countersuing for an unpaid loan for bail. Marvin has a separate lawsuit against Angela's ex-husband, loader operator Warren Combs, for damages resulting from a false arrest.
Miss Combs, the defendant is your former boyfriend.
Yes, ma'am.
According to you, you were living with him on and off for a couple of years, and you were divorced from your husband.
Yes.
In any event, there came a time, according to you, that he had you thrown out of his house and kept some of your stuff and then disposed of it.
Yes.
Loaded it on a truck and threw it in the dumpster. You want the value of that property.
Yes, ma'am.
The defendant says that he kept your stuff where you stored it most of the time on his front lawn for about 6 months, and you let it sort of hang around your house for another few months and then just got disgusted, loaded it up on a truck and disposed of it. Is that right?
Well, not exactly. I was ordered by the county commissioner's office. They sent me a letter saying that I had to clean it up because it was just debris in the yard.
Okay. And then you are counterclaiming for some bail that you posted for the plaintiff well over a year ago when the two of you were arrested in an incident involving the ex-husband.
Right.
So that's what this case is about. Okay. When did he put you out of the house?
I left the day after Christmas, December 26th of last year.
Had you had a fight?
We had been arguing for 3 days because I didn't want to stay there. He was harboring a runaway 17-year-old girl. I told him I didn't approve of it. I have 2 children of my own that would come visit me, and I didn't want to be in any trouble because of that. Christmas Day, I went to visit my mother. I explained to her what was going on, and she told me the best thing for me to do would be to leave. So the day after Christmas, he called her, she came and got me, and I left.
Now, when you left, you had some property there.
Yes.
What property do you claim he still has of yours?
I have a list here of everything that was in the house that belonged to me.
Let me see it. Oh, goodness gracious me. Copper-plated picture frames, Brittany's room, blankets, homemade makeup, hair accessories. Why didn't you take your hair accessories and your makeup?
When I left the day after Christmas, December 26th, I was only allowed to grab a few things, which I grabbed a pair of jeans, a T-shirt, and I was trying to grab other things. That's when Mr. Hood told me I could come back and get the other things just to get out of the house.
Let him look over this list and see if he has any of these things in his house.
I've got 2 items that I know for a fact that I have, Your Honor. A microwave oven and a television.
Okay. Are those her items?
Yes, they are.
Okay. Where are the rest of these things?
Well, there's a lot of them. I'm not for sure what. They're still in the storage building where I told her that she could put them.
So there are still some things there.
Yes, ma'am.
So when can she come by to get those things?
Come by any time.
Now, what happened with the other things?
Okay, the other things, they were in the yard at my mom and dad's because the building that they were in, there wasn't enough room to put it all.
So what did you do with it, sir?
I threw it in the dump.
Okay. It's gone. That stuff is gone. This stuff you can get 5 days from today. All the stuff that's in the storage, TV and the microwave, 5 days from today. Make arrangements to pick it up from the storage shed. That's good. Now, let's get to your counterclaim. Let's talk about this bail. But for the fact that she sued you for this, would you ever have sued her for this bail?
Never.
Because you didn't expect to get that bail money back.
I done wrote it off.
You didn't expect to get it back because it wasn't a loan, right?
Right.
Perfect. So we've just resolved your case.
Judge Judy continues in a moment.
Now we're going to call Bert the next case, which is Hood versus Combs. So I'm going to close my eyes for a second, change parties. We have Marvin Hood over there. Warren Combs.
That's you?
Mm-hmm. Here. Now, Mr. Hood.
Yes.
We all know who this gentleman is. He is your former girlfriend's ex-husband.
Right.
Are you back together again?
Yes.
Oh. And you are suing him for having you falsely arrested. Had you arrested for you attempting to run him down or run him over with your truck?
Right.
He says you did, in fact, try to run him over, and that's why he pursued the case in the criminal system. What were you doing anywhere near him, Mr. Hood?
Angela had borrowed his truck, and she borrowed it. It was the day before we got arrested, and she was supposed to bring it back to him that night.
And she didn't?
And she did not. The next day, I had a funeral to go to. She didn't have no way to go up there and just drop it off because she didn't have no ride. So after I'd left the funeral, me and her, I followed her up to where he works to drop the truck off. She got out of the truck, got back, started to get, well, she got in my truck. He pulled in with another guy I was driving. He got out and he took a rock and threw it through my windows of my truck. And I went to take off, and he reached in and grabbed the steering wheel and held onto the steering wheel. And I kind of spun around. He finally let go, and I left. He had hit me on the hand with a rock, cut my finger, glass went everywhere, cut Angie. We were just leaving the rock quarry where he worked at, and police pulled us over and arrested me for criminal recklessness.
And what did they arrest her for?
They arrested her for stealing his truck. He had made another false allegation that she had stole the truck and even put me on the arrest report as a suspect. Well, a friend of mine went with her the day before to get the truck so she could drive my truck back. My daughter was with them when they went up there to get it. So the truck wasn't stolen. In fact, it was borrowed.
You want to tell me your version of these events, sir?
Well, they came to work the day before that and took my truck before I got off work. I got off work at 4:30.
Who did?
I know she was out there in his truck.
Okay, she did.
Yeah.
So you're saying she actually stole your truck?
Yes.
Okay, go ahead.
So when I found out where the truck went to, I went to his house. Told him to tell her to bring my truck back before 8 o'clock, because if I didn't bring it back before 8 o'clock, I was going to report it stolen. So he never did bring it back, and then about 10:30.
Just a minute, so you went to his house and spoke to him?
Yes, I did.
So you had a reasonable relationship with him, enough at least to say to him, civilly, tell her to bring back my truck.
Yes.
Go ahead.
Then when I got to the work, when they took it back to work, about 20 after 4 the next evening, when I got out of the truck, he acted like he was going underneath the seat to get something other. So I picked up a rock, and I folded it through the window, and then after I busted the passenger side window, he rolled up the driver's side window, and I busted out and went in after him.
So you busted both sides?
Yes, I did.
And then what happened?
Then he finally, I hit him a few times. He got the truck in gear and took off and tried to almost run in my buddy's truck. And then he backed out of the way, and he went around and came after me, trying to run me down.
Your former wife had, in fact, dropped off your truck. Is that right?
Yes.
So you had your truck back, right?
Yes.
Why did you throw the rocks through his truck?
Because he was reaching down underneath the seat, and I thought he was going to go for a gun or something.
Nah.
Okay.
Nah, I don't believe that at all.
Whatever.
Whatever. Whatever is right. You were just angry. You had no right to do that. You vandalized his property. He was returning your property. You wanted to take this up civilly. You could have taken it up civilly if she had, in fact, taken your property. What are you taking out on him for? He just gave her a ride. Well, I think you did the wrong thing. I really do. I think Mr. Hood has a right to be angry. Mr. Hood, all honesty, sir, I think that you got the short end of the stick here. I do. I think that you got in between these two people who are now back together again. And you got stuck with a whole bunch of aggravation, including cleaning up your mother's yard, storing her stuff, having to pay a lawyer $1,000, fixing your car windows, all because these two people don't know whether they want to be together or apart or whose property it is or anything else. So I believe that you got the short end of the stick and probably just said to your lawyer, forget it. I'll agree to not going near him for a year and the case will be over, right?
Exactly.
He's going to pay for that because I think that he was wrong. I think that he was wrong to pursue this case. I think that he was wrong to knock the windows out of your car, and I'm issuing you a judgment for $1,140. That's all.
Parties are excused. You may step out. Now, this is case number 40 on the calendar in the matter of Bryant versus Lane. Parties have been sworn in, Judge. You may be seated. Gentlemen, have seats, please.
Mr. Bryant, the defendant was your girlfriend.
Yes.
What I gather from your complaint is you had some surgery, and for some reason, which you will explain to me, you moved in with the defendant so that she could help you in your recuperation process. And she did. She helped nurse you and take care of you. Then, after a period of time, there was falling out. You left or put out, and she retained some of your property. So you're here for the return of your property or the value of the property. The defendant says she does have some odds and ends of yours, including some jewelry. No jewelry?
Yes.
Yeah, jewelry according to you. And she's keeping those things. She said the jewelry was gift. And as far as the property is concerned, you actually owe her money for rent and the nursing care that she gave you while she was taking care of you, and she is counterclaiming. Is that what this case is about?
Yes.
Okay. How long have you known her?
20-some years.
Have you been together as boyfriend and girlfriend all that time, or just friends?
Friends.
When was your surgery, sir?
November 19th of 2001.
And you were not living together at that time?
No.
How long were you in the hospital?
The first time for, I believe, 4 to 5 days, and then I was let out on a Friday, went back on the following Monday to have a skin graft done, was there overnight.
What kind of surgery was it?
I had 4 compound fractures to my left arm, so they put my bones back together.
How did the accident happen?
I got a coat sleeve hung up in a fan shaft, big industrial fan shaft at the Oklahoma City plant.
So it was a work-related injury?
Yes.
Now, how did it come about that you moved into Miss Lane's home?
When I was released on Friday morning, I had gone back I have a travel trailer that I live in while I'm on the road. So I went back to my travel trailer. Miss Lane went back to Tulsa. So that
Went
day,
back to Tulsa?
Yes.
Had she come up to be with you?
Yes, while I was in the hospital.
Okay, you called her and told her you had the accident.
I did not call her, but I requested someone to call her to let her know that something happened, yes.
And she immediately came to your side.
Yes.
Go ahead.
So anyway, I was released on the Friday, and she returned to Tulsa, and I stayed there, then spoke with my sister-in-law, who's a RN, and she thought that I might need some attention because my arm, I couldn't get around very well. So suggested that I come back to Tulsa and let her and maybe someone else watch after me. So that's when I went to my brother's house. And then got to brother's house and left there. I think it was the next day, Saturday, and then went over to visit Teresa, and then she returned back to Oklahoma City with me on Monday for my skin graft, which was an overnight ordeal.
And then?
And then after the skin graft, I could have stayed in Oklahoma City, but instead I hooked up my trailer to move it back to Tulsa. And at that time, Miss Lane suggested that I just stay with her for a little care. Instead of staying by myself in the travel trailer, I could stay at her house.
And that's what you decided to do?
Yes.
So you moved your things into her house?
Yes.
You didn't move furniture in there?
No, it was odds and ends, ammunition reloader, rod and reels, bedding.
You thought you were going to go fishing with a bad arm?
No, but it was stuff that I valued. I brought them out of New York, and they were some nice rod and reels, just stuff to put in the garage in the shed of her home, so it wouldn't be in my trailer.
And did she help you when you were there?
At times, yes. She was quite an assistant, yes.
When did you move in?
Well, it would have been like November the 26th, 27th, somewhere in there.
And how long did you stay?
Till January the 25th.
What happened on January 25th?
I had gone to my brother's house, which is about 20 miles north of there, and got to talking, and then found out an alternative place to live, so I decided to do that, to move out.
Okay. So why didn't you take your stuff?
I went back to like 2 days later to get it, and she refused to let me have it.
Well, when you went to your brother's house, were you on good terms with Miss Lane?
Yes.
And you just stayed away for 2 days?
Yes.
Did you call her during that 2-day period?
We spoke on the phone, yes.
How often?
Maybe twice.
Well, what did you tell her?
Just that I was tired of being there, that it wasn't going to work out, so I decided it's time for me to get out.
And when you came back for your things, what happened?
We were back in the hall, back in the bathroom area. I was loading up my personal goods out of the bathroom, and then she said something to the extent of, what do you want me to do, pull my gun out and kill myself? And I said, well, there's no reason to start talking about weapons. So I said, it's time for me to get out of here. And when I went to walk back to the living room down the hallway, she started throwing shampoo bottles and yelling and threatening and things like that. So
you left?
You're right.
You have a list of the things that you left?
Yes, ma'am, I do.
I'd like to take a look at it. You moved in with an under-the-counter coffee maker?
Oh, I just took that over there. I asked her if she would like to have that instead of the coffee maker she had, and she said yes.
Then that's not something that you
No, I don't
expected
need
back.
that. No, no.
All right. Let's just go through this list a little bit, sir. A lot of this stuff is nonsense. Under-the-counter coffee maker, electric can opener.
Those were just items that were left there.
I don't care if they were left there. It depends upon whether they were your items or not. If you brought them into the house and said, this is nicer than the one you have, that's not something that's yours. How did the electric can opener get there?
I took it in. It came out of my trailer.
What's a Camel C-note?
Oh, they're Camel cash that you get off of cigarettes that you collect, and then you get goods through a catalog form.
A snake shower head.
Right.
Well, tell me about that.
It's just a shower head that you put on, and it...
Yeah, I know what it is. How come it came
Because most shower heads are not high enough for me because I'm tall, and a snake gets it up above my head.
So you bought it in order to shower in her house?
Right.
That's nice. Sanyo VCR.
Right.
Where did that come from?
That was mine. She had a VCR also, but instead of moving it from one room to another, I brought mine in to use in the front room and then had hers in the back room, so in case we wanted to watch tapes, videos.
A charcoal grill, did that also come from your trailer?
Yes.
Rubbermaid container with Lee reloader and gun cleaning accessories.
Right. I reload my own shells for my pistols.
All right, I see a lot of stuff here that's nonsense. This list is stupid.
Judge Judy continues in a moment.
Sid Bryant says ex-girlfriend Teresa Lane won't return his personal belongings. Teresa says that's because Sid still owes for bills.
Okay, Miss Lane.
Yes, ma'am.
First, let's get to his property.
Okay.
Okay? And I'm not talking about the lady's ring set. You're going to tell me about that. You have a whole assortment of his junk, right?
Yes, ma'am.
And you still have it.
Yes, ma'am.
So we're going to pack it all up.
Yes, ma'am.
Nice boxes. Don't make a mess of it.
Okay.
You know him for 27 years. It's unfortunate that it came to this, but within 5 days, you'll have all of the stuff packed up because you don't want him in your house, I assume.
That's true.
And you will have it set out on the front porch at 12 noon, and he will come and get it. Do you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
Perfect. Now let's get to the ring sets, because that's something that I want to discuss separately. Tell me about the ring sets.
Okay. The one I am talking about is the one that he gave me in September of 2000.
Is that the ring set you're talking about, sir?
Yes, an engagement ring set, yes.
Okay. And from September of 2000 until January of 2002, she had that ring?
No.
Where was it?
In the snow in Colorado Springs.
In the snow?
Yes.
You mean it got lost?
It was thrown out in the snow, yes.
And who retrieved it?
Didn't ever find it, ma'am.
So she doesn't have it?
Right.
Okay, so that's not one we're talking about. Which ring set are you talking about, sir?
Another one that it was in my possession in my jewelry box while it was in her home. And then when I got my jewelry box back, the ring was no longer there.
What does it look like?
It's an engagement set. Just two rings. One's an engagement ring.
Where did you get it for? Where did you get it for?
Another lady named Jean.
Did you take that ring set out of his jewelry box?
No, ma'am, I didn't. In fact, he tried to give it to me. And I said I did not want another woman's ring, that if I had any ring, it would be the one that he had given me in the beginning.
So you have no idea what this ring set is?
No, I told him he could pawn it, do whatever he wanted to with it, but I did not want something that was someone else's.
And you didn't take it?
No.
Was there other jewelry in the jewelry box that he did take?
He pulled this out of his pocket.
But you gave him back a jewelry box?
It was a metal box.
Okay. And was there jewelry in it?
No, it was not.
Did you have other jewelry in that box?
Yes, ma'am.
And she gave that box back to you?
Yes.
Okay. So I can't deal with something that's not there. Okay. Now I want you to tell me about your counterclaim.
Okay. As he said, I was called on November 19th from IMSA saying that he had an accident and that he had a broken arm. And they would call me back and let me know which hospital they were taking him to. At that time, I thought it was just a minor break.
Okay, so you got there, you realized it was serious, and at some point he moved in with you.
Right.
Okay.
Okay. Anyway, as far as moving in with me, the Thursday of Thanksgiving, when I left the hospital, he had started yelling at me and being real rude. And the nurses suggested that I go on home and take a break, and maybe he would settle down, and that he could call me when he wanted to. And I just told him, when you get ready to apologize or treat me better, then you can call me. Saturday evening, he shows up at my door, and he had been drinking, and he was hurting. And he said, I need to apologize. He told me that he could have died in the accident, and that he felt like he was giving another chance, or I said that, and he said, no, it's like 3 or 4 chances. And he said, I really want to make it right this time. I said, well, what do you mean? He said, well, I want us to try to work it out again. And I said, well, financially, I can't afford for you to move in right now, and I wasn't real sure I wanted him to. But he asked me to take care of him. I did not offer to take care of him.
He asked you to take care of him?
Right.
Okay.
Okay, so I agreed. And so I was taking him back and forth to his operations, his appointments, which is a round trip of 240 miles. He brought his dog, and it stayed at my house, too. And during this time, when we went back for the skin graft, me and my son both went, we helped get his RV ready to bring home. Then we moved it to Collinsville out in the country for his son to live in. At that time, we brought all of his dirty laundry over and things that he needed. A couple of weeks later, his truck was repossessed. So at that time, I was the only one around, so I had to help him unload all of his tools and everything out of the truck.
You really helped him out?
Yes, I did.
So what are you suing him for?
Because he's that way. He's been married 7
No, what are you suing him for?
For taking care of him, which we also talked with his attorney about.
I want to know what discussion you had with him about paying to take care of him.
He even asked the attorney, how can I compensate her because she is doing all this for me?
And the attorney said?
That he would have to do the compensation on the health care, but as far as the gas and things like that, mileage, that he could put it on his expenses and that workman's comp would reimburse him.
So?
And I never did see any of it.
That's not why you did it. That's not why you did it. You didn't have an agreement with him.
Excuse me?
You didn't have an agreement, a contract.
Exactly.
You took him in because you cared about him. You thought that maybe he was going to change, things would be different. You took care of him, not for the purposes of compensation.
Can my son speak?
No, you speak.
He was a witness to him saying that he would pay me.
Really? Did you tell her you would pay her?
No, ma'am.
No. Miss Lane, how did you expect him to repay you if his truck was repossessed? He had no money.
Because he was starting to get a workman's comp check.
When? In December? January?
I believe mid-December.
Fine. How much did he give you?
Attorney.
How much did he give you from the December checks?
He didn't give me anything in December. It was beginning in January.
What did he give you?
He gave me $173 on 115. On 122, $73 was left in my account. And on 1/8, he gave me cash of $150.
Okay.
He also
They'll pay his
made long-distance phone calls on my phone.
Miss Lane, the problem is you did not have an arrangement with him where he would give you a set amount of money per month, per week, for expenses or anything else. You were planning that he was going to be there permanently. Of course, that's what you said. He said, I'm going to change and I want this relationship to work. We've known each other a long time. Things are going to be better. And things didn't get better. But that's not a contract. And I understand that you're angry that you devoted 3 months to him, but you're probably better off cutting it off now and saying there's not going to be a chance for, right? Cut your losses. You didn't have serious out-of-pocket expenses other than what was covered in those checks. I'm talking about just for gas. Your time, the time doing his laundry and cleaning up after him and moving him and all that other kind of stuff, that comes under the heading of wishful thinking. That doesn't come under the heading of contract. So you don't get compensated any more than you've been compensated. You want to tell me what happened, however, because I'm just a little curious. He left your house on January 25th.
Yes, ma'am.
Did he tell you where he was going?
He said he was going to Collinsville and that he'd be back after that.
You expected him back the same day?
Yes.
And did you hear from him?
No.
For how many days?
Finally, I called to see if he was coming home because I thought, that he should have been home.
Who did you call?
I called his brother's house. Well, first I called his cell phone.
And you got no response?
It was on voicemail.
And then you called his brother's house?
Yes.
Was he at his brother's house?
Yes.
And he said what?
He said that him and his brother had just worked things out, and they were getting along, and they were back to being a family, and that they were getting ready to eat dinner. He invited me over, and I had just taken my son to the skating rink, so I said no, because I have to pick him up. And he said he'd be home later. And he never showed. I called at about 12 to make sure that he was okay, because I knew he had been drinking. And his sister-in-law said that he was asleep on the couch. So the following morning, I called and asked if he was coming back or whatever. He said, well, I'm having coffee. I'll be home after that. 1 o'clock rolled around, and I called back. He said, well, I'm watching a movie. I'll be home later. And then after that, his voicemail was on. So I finally called his voicemail and said, if you have no more respect than that for me, and not to tell me the truth, then you need to get your things and you need to move out.
Okay, I got it. Ms. Lane, put a period, move on.
I'd be glad
Give
to.
him his stuff back. A lot of this stuff is nonsense. She's not going to give you back a can opener or take apart a shower head. You understand that? There are certain things you want. You have his gun accessories and all that kind of stuff?
But I have a tape that said I could keep those things too.
Listen to me. You don't want any trouble with him, do you?
I've already had enough.
Good. Give him back his junk. You have no use for it, right? Pick better next time.
Oh, I will. He's been married 7 times, so I don't need anybody like that.
Pick better next time. And engaged almost a few times, too, right?
Oh, well, he went right back to that second day. He would move back in with the girl that he sued.
Say toodaloo.
I'd be more than happy to.
Perfect. That's all.
Parties are excused. You may step out. This is case number 122 on the calendar in the matter of Thomas versus Walden. Parties have been sworn in. Judge, you may be seated.
Mr. Thomas, the defendant is your sister. Is that correct?
That's correct.
And it is your claim that while you were in the hospital, your sister stole the property from your home. And later, when you were in a nursing home and you had given her some power over your checking account, she stole money out of your checking account. Is that right?
Correct.
Your sister says that all the money that she used was used for your stay in the nursing home, and then she's going to tell me why she took the property out of your apartment. When did you take ill, sir?
The second week in August is when it all started.
Tell me what happened to you.
I was coming out of the elevator and it didn't stop level with the floor, and I tripped and fell coming out of the elevator. The next thing I remember was 3 or 4 days later when I woke up in the hospital.
Now, what happened when you went to the nursing home, sir, with your sister and the money?
She said we take out a joint account, and that way the nursing home won't get your money. You can't have nothing in your name. I took $2,100 out of my checking account, a personal checking account.
Who paid the nursing home?
My sister paid $1,200. She still owes for October and part of November, but I don't think she'll be back.
Well, you only gave her $2,100, is that right?
What I'm suing for is this, my checks were going direct deposit to the bank. I got out, there was nothing left.
What checks were going into your account?
My Social Security check, $546.
Anything else?
My VA check, $761.
And how many months do you claim your sister took those checks?
2 months.
2 months.
$2,600.
And there came a time when you left the nursing home, Mr. Thomas?
They moved me to a Pine Castle retirement home.
Yes?
I got there, I didn't have no money to pay no money there either.
So?
So they let me go.
And where did you go?
On the street.
Had you ever been on the street before, Mr. Thomas?
No, ma'am.
This is the first time you had been homeless?
Yes, ma'am.
How old are you, sir?
76.
Have you lived alone most of your life?
No, not most of my life. I've been married 2 or 3 times.
2 or 3?
Yeah.
Could it have been 4?
Could have been 6.
Could have been 6?
Yes, ma'am.
Mr. Thomas, your sister says a lot of your life was a little bit of a blur. Do you have a drinking problem?
No, ma'am.
You don't?
I did have.
When?
About 3 years ago when my girlfriend died. I was a common law wife.
So you started to drink?
I didn't drink anything for a year. After that, it was in November. And then the holidays, I drank some.
Okay. Now it's your turn. You got a call that your brother was found unconscious in his room?
Yes, ma'am.
And he was taken to the hospital?
Yes, ma'am.
Now, according to your answer, you do say that you thought he was going to die, so you cleared out his possessions.
May I explain?
Yes.
The landlady...
Was this a room that he had? Just a room?
Well, it's kind of like an efficiency.
An efficiency. Okay.
She called me and said that they had found him half on his couch and half on the floor, and the furniture was furniture that I had given him when he moved into the place because he did not have any. But when they found him, it was not falling off an elevator. The doctor said it was respiratory failure, and he had also had pneumonia. And because of other problems, he also has alcohol dementia and cirrhosis of the liver, and that he was critically ill, and they were not expecting him to live. Well, I called my sister immediately, which was in North Carolina, and in about 2 days she came down. He was in critical care. While he was there, we started trying to make arrangements as to where he could go for care, because the doctor said he would need 24-hour skilled care, which meant he would have to have care around the clock.
He looks pretty healthy. The doctor was wrong.
But that's what he told
I know,
us at
I
that
understand.
time.
But he looks pretty good.
And yeah, he recovered. But in the meantime of this deal with him, he wanted to go to the VA, but the VA would not take him because he had to stay alcohol clean for a year before they would take him. We wound up putting him in Bridgeview, is where he went to.
Which is a nursing home?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. Now, did your brother give you $2,100?
No, ma'am, he did not.
Tell me about the money, Miss Walden.
I have a power of attorney here from the nursing home because he would not pay his bills. They didn't want to deal with him because he would get out, he'd have a friend to get him out and take him different places and go back.
Was he drinking?
I can't say that he was. I did not see him drink when he was in the nursing home.
Okay.
But he would go to the dog track and places like that, and he said he was not going to give anybody all of his money. That was the whole deal about it. He said, I am not going to give them a cent. So the meeting was called, and she said, Mr. Thomas, you can either give your sister the power of attorney, or you can have your checks direct deposited to the nursing home so that they would get their money.
How many months did you pay for the nursing home, Miss Walden?
I only paid the one, and then I sent my sister the rest of what money he had given to me because she was still on his account, and she paid part of it.
Yes.
Your Honor, the sister she's talking about, she conned her into writing that check for $900. That was before.
Judge Judy continues in a moment.
Nicholas Thomas says his sister, Joyce Walden, stole money from his checking account while he was in the hospital. Joyce says Nicholas drinks too much.
What proof do you have that you sent your sister the rest of the money?
I've got copies that she had the bank to fax to me for checks that she did write.
Can I see that, please? That she wrote to the nursing home?
There's one on here she wrote to the nursing home. One she paid for another bill that was $800. There's the 3 copies of the checks that she wrote. This was just a note that she wrote to you. I also have a printout where I drew money from the account to pay for his dentist in the nursing home. And then out of the money that he gave me, Your Honor, 2 days later, he asked me to get him $100 and take to him, which I did. I never wrote one check off of his, nor off of his savings.
What happened when your brother left the nursing home and he says he was on the street for a while?
They told me that they transferred him over to, may I ask her, she knows the name of the nursing home.
Sure.
Pine Castle.
How are you related to these people?
I've known her for 20 years.
And it was her husband that kept his men off the job to move that furniture out also.
Okay, the furniture, by the way, was given to you as a gift. Is that right, sir? By your sister?
She gave me a couch.
Okay. Go ahead.
When he went to that nursing home, it must have been 2 days because I got a call from the emergency room, and she told me that my brother was there and was wanting me to come and pick him up. And I said, well, what's he doing out there? I thought he was in a nursing home. She said, well, he had called 911 and had an ambulance to bring him out and was saying that he had respiratory failure again, but was refusing treatment. And because
you remember any of this, sir?
Yes, ma'am.
The nurse told me, he said he didn't need treatment because he said that he wanted to go out there because he was wanting to get out of the nursing home. He was working undercover for the FBI. I said, well, if he's working undercover for the FBI, he might better get somebody else to take him, because at this time he'd already took a restraining order out on me, and I couldn't go around him.
Why did you take out a restraining order against your sister?
After I got out, I took a restraining order.
Why?
She said I didn't give her no money. Here's the money I gave her. Part
$2,100.
She got it messed up. That's what I told her when she come to the nursing home. I said, you screwed up everything. And she said, if you say that one more time, I'm going to slap you. I said, well, you have screwed up everything. And she started beating on me, and I was laying in the bed with a tooth aching. And before the dentist, I never seen no dentist.
Just a minute. So you're telling me your sister beat you while you were lying in the bed?
Yes, ma'am. That's why I got out the restraining order when I got out.
Yes.
Your Honor, I went to the nursing home because when I went in to transfer the money, when I transferred the $751, he had already closed the account. It made him mad. That's why I went up to the nursing home, and that's what led into this. And when I walked up there, because I had told him, we had a discussion, and I said, Nick, if you bother that money that's in there so that I cannot pay your bill, if you mess with that money, I'm through with it. I'm not going to try to do it anymore. I did not walk over and start hitting him. I sat down on the bed that was across from his bed. I said, Nick, you went and did that. Move that money, you did exactly what I asked you not to do. I said, and I'm not putting up with it. And he gets this little grin on his face like, well, you know, I've pulled one over on you. I have the police report right here, which has the nurses, the head nurse was standing there when this confrontation took place. I never hit him, Your Honor. I did not.
Honor,
and
that's a lie. There's no head nurse there. A nurse come in, nurse's aide come back there after she left and gone and stopped my hand from bleeding. What was trying to protect
Mr. Thomas, I don't have to read it. Mr. Thomas, I want to ask you a question. Did you ever tell anyone at a medical facility that you worked for the FBI?
No, ma'am.
Have you ever been psychiatrically hospitalized?
No, ma'am.
Do you have cirrhosis of the liver?
Yes, ma'am.
And what about alcohol dementia? Were you ever diagnosed with alcohol dementia?
No.
Mr. Thomas, the defendant says that whatever money she had of yours, she used to pay your nursing home bill, as well as a small dental bill, and the rest of the money she sent over to your sister, and your sister paid another bill for insurance. Have you spoken to her about your money?
I talked to her on the phone one time. She sent me $100, and I said, put the rest of it on my insurance. But she wanted to get in on the pie.
So your other sister was getting some of your money?
They done that while I was in the hospital.
Mr. Thomas, sounds to me as if your sisters and your family tried for a long time to take care of you.
They did try to put me away.
No, they did try to take care of you. You were living in an efficiency room. They furnished it for you. Your sister went and made whatever arrangements were necessary in the nursing home. Your other sister had an account with you because you weren't really able to take care of all your own business. Mr. Thomas, are you able to take care of your own business now?
I certainly am.
When was the last time you had a drink? Oh, look at me.
Okay.
When was the last time you had anything of an alcoholic nature to drink?
Back in August of last year. I'm under heavy medication and I can't drink if I want.
So up until August of last year, when you took ill and fell unconscious, you were drinking?
No, ma'am. I fell in the elevator.
He was
I
drunk.
said, up until August of last year, you were drinking, right?
No, ma'am.
You just told me the last drink you had was August of last year.
I thought you meant when I was drinking when I in the elevator.
No. Okay. Mr. Thomas, you doing all right now?
Yes?
Good. Case dismissed.
Ma'am?
That's it.
Parties are excused. You may step out.
I just think that I don't feel like he's capable of taking care of himself, and I'd like to see him get some help.
You let me down when I needed help.
The judge could see that the truth, and it always prevails.
Don't sign a damn thing.
Trust in the Lord. He's the one that pulled me through this.
Just want to get the hell out of here and go.
And now the next case.
All parties in the matter of Jeffries versus Green. Step forward, please.
James Jeffries is suing his ex-boyfriend, Frank Green, for money stolen from his savings account, the return of personal property, and for vandalizing his van.
Mr. Jeffries, according to your complaint, you and the defendant had been in a relationship for about 7 years.
Correct.
Sometime, I believe it was in June of this year, you entered a drug rehabilitation program, a 29-day program.
Mm-hmm. Correct.
It is your claim, sir, that you came out of that program 29 days later and found that Mr. Green had stolen some of your property,
Yes.
taken money out of your savings account with your ATM card,
Yes.
and when you confronted him about this, that he vandalized your car right in front of you.
Yes.
Mr. Green said he did none of those things.
That's right, Your Honor.
Now, how would he have gained access to your savings account, sir?
I gave him my ATM card at his urging. I had told him that I would pay his June rent if he would get my apartment back into order for me. I had told him I would call the bank and get him the money. He didn't need the ATM card, but he said, oh, yes, he needed the ATM card, and he needed the ATM card.
How was the bank going to give him money on your telephone call?
I don't know. I was diagnosed with having had suffered many strokes, and I just, wasn't thinking clearly, I guess.
What proof do you have that Mr. Green took the money?
Mr. Green had the card.
Yes.
And he cracked my code for my PIN number.
Did he ever give you his ATM card?
No, Your Honor, he never did.
All right, so there is no proof that he actually withdrew that money. Was there anybody else living in your apartment, sir?
No.
Anybody else have access to your apartment?
No.
Your Honor,
Yes.
he had several people living with him both before and after he was in the hospital.
That's wrong.
Well, I'm not sure because certain things he doesn't quite remember. Let's talk about the stolen items, sir.
Yes.
What items do you allege that Mr. Green stole from you?
Oh, a whole bunch of stuff. A Seiko watch. Where's the list?
Where do you allege he stole this property from?
From my apartment.
Was that while you were in rehab?
Yes.
Before you went into rehab, were you living there alone?
Yes.
For how long?
Since Mr. Green decided to vacate the premises January 4th of...
So between January 4th and June 6th, according to you, were living there alone,
Yes.
using drugs.
No.
Between January and June? Of course you were. What did you go into drug rehab for if you weren't using drugs?
Alcohol.
Drugs, alcohol, whatever it was. You didn't know what you were doing during periods of time from January until June.
Okay.
Is it
Your
a fair
Honor?
statement? Shh. Is it a fair statement that there were other people in and out of your home?
There might have been an occasional guest, but no one lived there.
I don't care whether anyone lived there, but you had people in and out of your home between January and June.
Yes.
Go
Your
ahead,
Honor,
Mr. Green.
He had just had the police there because there was a drug dealer that was in his apartment, and evidently this drug dealer had taken a bunch of money he had.
Okay. Mr. Jeffries, are you certain that you saw Mr. Green vandalize your car?
Yes, I saw him do it.
Well, tell me what you saw, sir.
I had just pulled into my back parking lot. I went outside and I noticed, first of all, that my passenger side mirror was broken. I'd seen him go up to the van. Didn't know what he was doing. Just, broke the mirror. And then I watched him to see how much further he was going to go. I didn't know what he was using, but he keyed the van all the way around. Wrote his name and everything.
You have a police report?
Yes.
Can I see it, please? Sure. Mr. Jeffries,
Yes.
I'm glad you gave me this police report. This police report clearly says that you did not witness Mr. Green doing any damage to your car. He, referring to you, stated that the name Frank was keyed into the hood of the car, and that is the reason he has listed the above-named suspect. The complainant stated that there were people in the building that told him they had witnessed the suspect vandalize the vehicle, but that you didn't see him do it.
Well, then they messed up on the police report.
Well, somebody messed up. Look, Mr. Jeffries, are you feeling better now?
Yes.
Great. Are you sober?
Yes.
All the time?
Most of the time.
Most of the time is not good. You can't be a sometimes social drinker.
Right.
You can't drink at all. Forget about this. This is over. You don't see each other anymore?
No.
You don't see him anymore?
No.
You go to AA meetings?
Yes.
All the time?
Occasionally.
You don't do it, you're going to continue to have strokes. One day they're going to find you on the floor. Put your hand down. Doesn't look like you're losing, right?
No.
Good. One day they're going to find you on the floor. Not going to be able to help you. If you were diagnosed as having had several strokes, how old are you?
49.
You want to live to be 50?
Yes.
Stay clean. That's all.
Parties are excused. You may step out. Now, this is case number 231 on the calendar in the matter of Renasdale versus Haskin. Parties have been sworn in, Judge. You may be seated. Folks have seats.
How are you related to the defendant?
She's my sister.
Your mother passed away in February this year. According to you, you are the rightful owner of your mother's Jazzy Wheel, which is a vehicle used to get your mother around because she evidently had trouble walking. That Jazzy Wheel ended up at your sister's house. Your sister sold it, and you want the value. Your sister says that it wasn't yours. She doesn't tell me what she, in fact, did with it. She's got a counterclaim for some nonsense that I'll get to in a minute. Why do you think this Jazzy Wheel that belonged to your mother was yours?
Because I cared for my mother. My mother left it. She left everything to me.
Show me the will.
Excuse me.
Just a minute.
Does my niece have to be in here?
Yes, she's a witness.
Why is that a problem?
Because that's my niece, and she's always talking bad about me to her. She told me that I could never see the kids again.
How old are you?
13.
You want to be here?
Yes.
Or would you like to be outside?
I'd like to be here.
Okay, stay.
Okay.
Did you admit this will to probate?
No.
I certainly wouldn't admit this will to probate. You wrote this out, is that right?
No, my sister-in-law did.
Sister-in-law?
Mm-hmm.
Certainly your mother didn't write it out.
No, she was there. No, my mom, she was in very poor health.
Uh-huh.
She couldn't write anything.
Look, I wouldn't admit this in evidence. It's ridiculous.
Okay.
In between the two pages that you handed me is a blank piece of paper. What we call the attestation page, which is where your mother allegedly signed it and was witnessed. There's no nexus to this piece of paper. Do you understand that? Which means your mother didn't know what in the world she was signing when she signed this thing.
Exactly.
I mean, she could have signed something that gave somebody a, power of attorney, as far as she's concerned. So this is nonsense.
Okay.
So there is nothing that indicates that the Jazzy Wheel belonged to you. By the way, did you take your mother's furniture?
Yes.
Did you take your mother's jewelry?
Yes.
Did you take your mother's clothes?
Yes.
Did you take your mother's pictures?
Yes. I cared for, I'm not really suing for the Jazzy Wheel. It's just the principle of the matter that Lucinda was never around for my mother. She, and then when my mom died, all of a sudden she came into the picture and just made everybody, very unhappy, unpleasant. She did a lot of terrible things to us. She has a very bad drug habit, and see, I wasn't going to sue her at all. Prior to this, on June 28th, she was messed up and she smashed my car. And she begged me not to call the police and not to call, make a police report because she would lose her license, she would lose her job, and she would go to jail.
So she smashed up your car?
She smashed up my car. And then when I contacted her, to go over and get my things, I asked, I said,
why were your things at her house?
Because I stayed with her while, after my mom died, I lost my home, and so I stayed with her for 26 days.
What do you mean you lost your home? How come you lost your home when your mom died?
Because I could no longer, the burden of all the finances and everything, I couldn't pay, you know, it was either bury my mom or pay my rent, and I buried my mom.
Baloney. Wait just a second. That's baloney.
Yeah.
Shh. I haven't gotten to you yet. Just try to calm yourself. Don't make a bad situation worse. You didn't lose your house because you buried
There was
your mother.
other reasons.
All right, so then let's, you know, what do you think, I'm stupid? I'm not stupid. You didn't lose your house because you buried your mother, if you buried your mother at all. Okay, and you moved into your sister's house because according to you, you spent 26 days in your sister's house. You know, there's also very little question in my mind that your sister does have some sort of a substance abuse problem. She has a substance abuse problem. That comes from my years in the family court, right?
Yes.
Okay, good girl. Tell the truth.
I am telling the truth.
I know. But you stayed there with her for 26 days, and when you went there, you brought, according to you, you brought the jazzy wheel there. When you left, she said, leave it here, leave all the stuff here, or you can leave it in the garage. And either she refuses to give it to you now, or she sold it. Did you sell it, or do you have it?
I sold it.
How much did you sell it for?
$800.
Good. Do you have your mother's jewelry?
Yes.
Did you sell any of it?
Oh, no.
You kept it all?
Yes.
What about her furniture?
My brother has the furniture.
You gave your brother the furniture?
Yes.
As a gift to him, or is your brother holding on to it for you?
No.
Are you the brother? You have the furniture?
Yes, ma'am.
Are you happy with it?
Yes, ma'am.
Shh, shh, shh. Just a second. Just a second. So the furniture you have, the jewelry you have. Great. She has the jazzy wheel. You have a counterclaim.
Okay.
Shh. Just a second. Just a second.
Okay.
Stop for a second.
Okay.
But for the fact that she brought this lawsuit against you for the jazzy wheel, did you have any intention of suing her?
Yes, because I took her in. She lost her house because of paraphernalia, drugs, pornography that me and my brother both took off of the wall. Okay?
You're not following what I'm saying to you.
I wasn't going to let my sister out on the streets.
That's not what I said.
Okay?
You weren't planning on suing her until she sued you.
No, I wasn't.
Right.
No,
Miss
I wasn't.
Haskin,
No,
listen to me.
I wasn't.
Right. Forget about it. Your sister got something when your mother died. Your brother got something when your mother died.
All I asked.
You got something when your mother died. That's it. Goodbye.
Why is that excuse? You may step out.
I was trying to do was be a big sister.
She's never been a good sister.
Now, I didn't think she would stoop this low and sending me to court.
She was the bad seed. She's always been the bad seed.
All I wanted from my mother was her picture and a Jesus.
But you'll never
head.
have them.
Okay.
Oh, I don't think it was fair because my sister was not a part of my mother's life.
It's all right. I got my mother's
You'll
pictures.
You are not my sister.
You aren't mine either.
She's been doing this since she was 13 years old.
This is what I get for trying to be a good person.
And now the next case.
All parties in the matter of Hoffman versus Favilla. Step forward, please.
Homemaker Candy Hoffman is suing her brother, building engineer Howard Favilla, for stealing inheritance money meant for her children.
Miss Hoffman, the defendant is your brother.
Correct.
It is your claim that when your mother died, she left each of her grandchildren $1,000.
Right.
And it was the direction, I assume, that the money be given to the children at the time that each of them turned 16 years old.
Correct.
You have 4 children?
Right.
One of your children had already reached 16, so that child got her $1,000 right away.
Right.
The money was given to your brother, according to you, to be placed in the bank, interest-bearing accounts for the children, and you claim that your brother stole the money.
Correct.
When did your mother pass away?
In 1996.
And how did she give this $1,000 to each of her grandchildren?
My understanding is that it was a verbal between my aunt and my brother Howard.
Is your daughter, who is 16, here today?
Yes, she is. Melissa.
Melissa, could you stand up, please? Okay. At the time of your grandmother's death, you received some money.
Right.
From whom?
There was a check given, I don't know who it was, and my parents received a check, and my stepfather and me went down to the bank, and he had opened up a savings account for me to have. And that's how I received the $1,000.
Now, did you have a discussion with your brother about the money for your other 3 children?
Yes, they asked me for my younger children's Social Security numbers, and so that they could put money away. It was supposed to go into an account for them.
Did they tell you how much?
$1,000.
$1,000 for each child.
Right.
When did you discuss with your brother getting the money for your children?
I believe it was when we were distributing the inheritance at my mom's house.
Well, tell me about the discussion.
We were discussing the fact of, well, making arrangements for all of the property to be distributed between the kids. And they said that they wanted, Howard and my aunt, he said that they wanted the Social Security numbers for my kids so that they can put the money away, because they didn't want us to have it because my mom didn't trust us. And so I gave the Social Security numbers to my brother Howard to put into an account, and I've got evidence of an account.
Can I see it, please? Sure. Okay, Mr. Favilla, I will hear you, sir.
Your Honor, the accounts were opened for the kids by me with my own money.
You're telling me that these accounts were opened with your money,
Right.
just coincidentally at the time that your mother died.
There wasn't anything going on with the estate at that time. She had an executive for the estate that wasn't even involved in this case, wasn't even involved in the money at the time, like she states, because the executor handled all the estates after my mom died.
How much money did your mother leave?
I think it was like $40,000, like $10,000 per child.
Now, sir, can you explain to me how it came about that the plaintiff's oldest child got $1,000 at the time of your mother's death?
I don't know, Your Honor.
What do you mean you
I don't know how she got the money. She wasn't, as far as I know, she wasn't one of the people that took the account on. I don't remember that.
Oh,
it's been quite a few years.
She was 16. Well, it's been quite a few years. Can you show me an account where you drew out $3,000 in order to put in accounts for your niece and nephews?
No, I cannot.
Why not?
Because I threw all that paperwork away, not knowing that I was going to be taken to court.
Uh-huh. Now, can you tell me why you closed the accounts in 1999?
I closed the accounts, Your Honor, because I was in desperate need of money at the time, because I filed bankruptcy.
Now, can you tell me under whose Social Security number these accounts were opened?
I don't know, Your Honor.
Well, none of the accounts were opened with your Social Security number, sir.
And that's what I used those numbers for the accounts that I opened up for the kids. My name, I opened the accounts for the kids, and then had their name and their Social Security numbers put into the accounts.
So it was clear that this money was intended to be for the children.
It was intended to be for the children.
That's right.
Yes. But
And
it
you
was
had
my
no
money.
No, I don't believe that. I don't believe that, sir. I think that's a lie. That's a crock.
Judge Judy will continue in a moment. And later today, homemaker Candy Hoffman is suing her brother, building engineer Howard Favilla, for stealing inheritance money meant for her children.
Sir, you had no right to touch the accounts that were set up for these children. They were set up with their Social Security numbers. It was clear that the intention was that these accounts, the accounts for the children. I do not believe that you, out of the goodness of your heart, opened accounts for all your nieces and nephews in the amount of $1,000. I believe that the fact that the children's grandmother left each of them $1,000 is further evinced by the fact that the children who had attained the age of 16 were given that money, this child being one of them. The interest that was accrued on those accounts until the time you closed them brings the accounts value to $4,039, and I am entering a judgment for the plaintiff. That's all. Thank you.
Parties are excused. You may step out.
It's been a real struggle.
We haven't talked for a while.
Not talking to him, not being able to have any conversation.
It doesn't really bother me that much.
He's my uncle. I don't know why you would do that.
It's unfortunate.
And now the next case.
All parties in the matter of Francie versus Halliday Kulik. Step forward, please.
Retired Army Sergeant Norma Francie is suing her son, 24-year-old car washer Vincent Halliday, and his girlfriend, 25-year-old healthcare worker Jennifer Kulik, for an unpaid loan. Vincent says his mother told him it was a gift.
Miss Francie, the defendant is your son.
Yes,
This is his
ma'am.
girlfriend. And it is your claim that you loaned them money for rent because they said that they were about to be evicted.
Yes, ma'am.
And they never paid you back. Your son says that it was never intended to be a loan. You were helping him out. He had fallen on hard times. When did you make this loan?
On the 5th of July, he come and said that he was going to be evicted. At that time, I didn't have the money, so I borrowed it in order to lend it to him.
Who did you borrow it from?
I borrowed it from my boyfriend.
How much money did he need?
He needed $315, and he asked that I make the check payable to his landlord. And that I did.
Go ahead.
And Vincent stated at that time that he would bring the money back the first week of August when he received his paycheck. And at that time, he didn't show up. And he had talked with my daughter and told my daughter about...
This is your daughter?
Yes, ma'am.
Step up. Tell me your name.
Jamie Halliday.
Miss Halliday, you want to tell me the conversation that you had with your brother?
When he called me, he told me that he wasn't going to pay my mother back because she's our mom. He shouldn't have to pay our mother back. They were getting ready to have a baby, so he doesn't have the money to pay her back. So he said he just wasn't going to pay her back at all.
Let me hear you.
Well, I was, at the time that I needed the money, I called my mom from my cell phone because I was working, and I told her that I didn't have my rent money and I needed $315 to pay my rent, or I was packing up all my stuff and putting it on her porch and I was moving back in with her. And then she called me and told me she was going to give me the money. It was nothing about a loan, because my mom, she gives me and my sister money all the time. It's not a loan. I know better than to ask my mom for a loan, because that means you got to pay it back.
Your Honor.
And I never had any intentions on paying my mom back, because I feel she owes me more than $315.
Why is that?
Well, okay, listen. I was 13 years old. She kicked me out of the house when I was 13. She moved out on me and left me in a house all by myself, being 13 years old. And that led to other things, and I feel that she owes me more than $315. She owes me a lot, and I feel I don't have to pay that to her, because she owes me.
What were you in jail for?
What was I in jail for?
That's not a joke. I didn't say anything funny. Jail is not a joke. What were you in jail for? It says you were in jail.
Yeah, I was.
For what?
Well, oh man, I really don't want to tell you.
Well, I really want to tell you this, Mr. Halliday. You're making a baby with your girlfriend?
Yes, ma'am.
And when is this bundle of joy due?
In May.
You better get it together, you and your girlfriend.
I've got it together.
No.
Just as long as my mom stays out of my life. I got everything together.
No, Mr. Halliday, you do not, sir. You do not have it together. Anybody can make a baby. Dogs, cats, goldfish, guppies.
So now I'm
Just shut! I want you to pay attention to what I'm saying.
Okay.
All kinds of species make babies. In order to be a human parent, you have to be prepared to set a perfect example for your children, to have a work ethic, to do morally the right thing, to provide for your children, especially when they're little, to start off with a good moral framework, which usually means, in my modern culture, that first you find a mate, then you have a courtship, then you get married, then you think about having a family. You see, you're already starting doing it a little bit backwards. So what I'm telling you is being a parent involves a whole bunch of things, and you don't have a whole bunch of time to grow up. But I'm going to give you a head start, sir. You're going to pay your mother back. If you're old enough to make a baby with your girlfriend, you're old enough to pay for your own rent. Judgment for the plaintiff in the amount of $315. That's all.
Parties are excused.
Thank you.
Yeah, this is case number 302 on the calendar in the matter of Huber versus Serrano. Parties have been sworn in, Judge. You may be seated.
Mr. Huber, the defendants were tenants of yours, is that right, sir, for about 2 years?
Yes, ma'am.
You have the following complaints that you've translated into a claim for money. You say that, one, they had you falsely arrested for assault.
Yes, Your Honor.
Assault that you never committed.
Yes,
That's
Your Honor.
one. You say, two, you suffered indignities as a result of that arrest.
Extreme embarrassment.
And you want to be reimbursed for the embarrassment, the attorney's fees, and other costs.
Yes, Your Honor.
You also say that they owe you some money because the security deposit that they had did not cover the damage that was done to the apartment when they left, and for some small amount for back rent.
Yes.
The defendant says that you, in fact, did assault him. He is counterclaiming for injuries as a result of that assault, and that you also owe them money for rent because they gave you notice, They couldn't use the apartment. They had paid for an entire month, and you told them they had to leave in the middle of the month. So let's try to do this as quickly as possible. Mr. Huber, did they have a lease?
Yes, Your Honor.
And when was the lease to expire?
The lease was to expire July 31st, 2002.
And they notified you that they wanted to leave early because they had bought a home. Is that right?
Yes, Your Honor.
When did they notify you that they wanted to leave early?
On April 12th, I received a letter in the mail from them.
Can I see the letter, please?
Yes. I have several correspondences there.
Well, let me see the initial letter.
Here's also a copy of the lease.
Can you tell me, please, whether in the 2 years that they lived there, they were good tenants?
No, they were not.
Did you ever move to evict them?
No, I had complaints from the lady that lives on the other side of the duplex, has been there 7 or 8 years. I had to talk to Mr. Serrano.
About what?
About loud screaming, cussing, waking them up in the middle of the mornings.
Okay. Other than that, they had been good tenants.
No, they were kind of a pain, actually.
How?
They would contact me for different reasons. They called me and said that the refrigerator was not working, wasn't keeping things cold. I go over there to find that there's so much frozen food in the freezer that the door doesn't close all the way. All they had to do is take some food out, close the door. The oven door, they said, was damaged, or the oven was damaged. It wasn't working properly. Hot air was coming out everywhere. It wasn't. There's nothing. When oven heats up, it gets hot.
Okay, those are 3 things in 2 years. Doesn't sound as if they were terrible.
Garbage disposal was not functioning.
Okay.
Find out there's a hairnet in it. They had me come over to change light bulbs. They couldn't even change their own light bulbs.
Now, did you in fact rent the apartment?
Yes, I did.
Starting when?
June 8th.
Okay, so starting in June. All right, so they don't owe you for the last 2 months' rent.
No, they only owe me for 8 days.
They don't owe you
They
anything.
paid me up to that.
They don't owe you anything.
I'm not holding them for the entire 2 months.
And I'm not holding them for 8 days. You're not paying attention. Pay attention. Now let's get to the assault. What happened when you were going through the apartment to look at the apartment with them, which is the day that he says he was assaulted by you?
I called him and I asked him to go through for an inspection.
What date?
I called him on May 12th, talked to him again on May 13th, and on May 14th is when he came to the duplex.
Fine, so certainly 2 full weeks. And when had they vacated?
They vacated 2 weeks prior to that, or a week and a half prior to that.
Really?
Yes.
So you had a lot of time to start working on the apartment.
Yes, ma'am, I did.
In any event, tell me what happened when you went over there on the 14th.
I started showing Jeff all the different things that were wrong with the duplex.
Like what?
Kitchen floor with cigarette burns, the foyer floor with cigarette burns, peeling up the floor. These are linoleum floors.
You have pictures?
Yes, ma'am, I do.
I'd like to take a look at it.
I have pictures and receipts of damages repaired.
I don't know what this is.
That's a staircase if you turn it sideways. When they left the duplex, they left it in such a filthy mess that I had to have 2 ladies come in and clean. That it was so nasty.
Oh, I see that it's pretty nasty. I see that you're not a very good housekeeper. Looks like some cigarette burns here, sir.
I believe there may have been 1 or 2. There was also some before we moved in.
I have a shower handle also I'd like to show you the filth that they were living in.
Okay, I'll see it.
I put it in a plastic container so you don't have to touch it.
Oh, well, this is the inside of this.
The outside is just as filthy if you
No. You know, I know that because I have.
turn it over and you'll see.
I have one of these things too, and water gets inside and it gets moldy.
Does yours look like that?
Does mine look like that? I wouldn't keep it in my home like this,
That's
sir.
right.
If it's my home, I would fix it,
It's
and if
filthy.
it was a rental home, I would have my landlord replace it.
That can clean.
Did you understand what I just said? I wouldn't keep this in my home
didn't
that I
charge
owned, but I would call my landlord and say, this looks pretty frosty. Would you please come in, because it's probably unhealthy that you have this kind of thing here that's growing mold in the bathroom.
You have
Can we
photographs.
get to the assault, please?
Yeah. Your Honor, during this walkthrough, I mean, he was pointing at things like, cigarette burns. He was pointing at a Mickey Mouse plate cover that instead of a regular plate cover. His face got red. He has I assume he has a problem with anger. His face was getting red. He was pointing at some vertical blinds and said, "Look, Jeff, you move those." Well, I don't know how to move a vertical blind, so I'm sorry, that's where he put the vertical blinds. As we proceeded down the steps, I turned to him and said, Greg, you know, why do you have to be a mother about this? At that point, he charged across the living room, about probably maybe 10 feet, shoved me on my chest. I went down to the floor and said, get the out of my house. I'm laying on the floor. I said, once again, Jeff, get your out of my house. So I left this house, okay? And here's the pictures. I went to the police report, and this is the doctor's report and everything else you need. So
Let's take a look at it.
all right.
My husband called me immediately. He wasn't even home. He called me from the car phone to tell me that Greg had knocked him down and cut his arm. What it did, it shoved his watch band up his arm where it didn't fit. And I told Jeff that he needed to go make a police report.
Okay, what else?
I was showing him the things I thought he'd damaged. And everything I showed him, it was like that when we moved in. I didn't do that. I don't know who did that. Somebody must have broke in, was a very good one, he said. We turned, started going to the living room. I said, look, Jeff, I'm done with your lies. We did an inspection when we first got here, when you first moved in. I will send the pictures to Connie because I can't deal with you right now.
Okay.
And he started screaming, cussing me, very loud and abusive language. I turned, went to the front door, opened the front door, went up the stairs, and said, get away from me.
You're making me
I'm
laugh
done.
right now.
I don't want to hear you, Mr. Serrano.
Yes, Your Honor.
I sent a letter to Jeff and Connie about the different correspondences we have and what happened with Jeff. In the letter, I also requested that she take a walkthrough inspection with me. I didn't realize there was any kind of assault problem until I received a second letter back from them from this, stating that I assaulted Jeff and there is no more inspection.
Can I see it, please? Can I
Yes.
see the letters, please?
And they're telling me that as of state statute, I only had 10 days to supply them a letter stating what happened with their deposit and the damages in writing. Missouri state statute is 30 days, not 10. When I received the second letter, I went to the police station, thinking I may need to file a report since she's saying assault. They ran my social security number, come to find out I had a warrant for my arrest for assault. I had to hire an attorney. I went to court. He didn't even bother to show up in court.
I'd like to see your medical bills and medical report, Mr. Huber.
Things I'm suing for, I've even took depreciation off it.
What time of the day was the walkthrough with Mr.
Before
Huber,
noon. I'm
with
not
Mr.
quite sure
Serrano?
It was before noon. I'm not quite sure exactly what time.
Before noon.
Yeah.
When did you realize you were injured, Mr. Serrano?
Immediately after when I opened my car door and looked to see what time it was and saw that I had a big cut in my arm.
Oh, terrible. And so when did you go to the doctor?
I went to the doctor.
The
help
next
me out.
day.
The next day. So you weren't so injured. Is that right? The next day. That's what this says. This says on the 15th. You finally showed up and you had a scratch.
Well, if someone hit me in the eye and I had a black eye, but I didn't have any pain for that black eye until the next day, I would go to the doctor.
Get
the
it
next
together.
day.
Get it together. You think I believe you? I don't believe you. I think you were probably annoyed, Mr. Serrano.
Your
Put your
Honor.
hand down. You weren't there. You have a temper. I don't know whether he has a temper too. That's very possible. But you got a temper. You got a big fresh mouth and you have a temper.
Judge Judy continues in a moment. And later today, Greg Huber says former tenants Jeff and Connie Serrano owe for unpaid rent, damage to the home, and attorney fees after they had him falsely arrested. Jeff says Greg assaulted him.
What other expenses did you have as a result of going to court?
Going to court, that's all I had for expenses for the court,
Very good.
along with the court fees for being here.
That's part of the
Right.
part of the things that you have to go through when you're a landlord, sir.
Yes, ma'am.
You go to court, you go to landlord and tenant court. That's part of the aggravation. You just don't sit back and collect rents. That's what you do.
Yes, Your Honor.
That's grief. That's part of the perks of being a landlord.
This is all new to me. I only have one building, so this is all new.
Well, maybe you ought to sell it. What do you want to say? Fast.
May I say something?
Sure.
Prior to the walkthrough, when Jeff did call me to tell me regarding the walkthrough, Greg altered the premises before the walkthrough. He tore the floor out.
Listen to me. He may have done all of that. I don't know whether he did all of that or not. What I'm telling you is he was, in my judgment, arrested as a result of a complaint by your husband that was without foundation.
Is it knocking somebody to the ground in the place we paid rent for?
I don't believe he knocked them to the ground. What do you think of that?
Well,
and you weren't there.
No,
so
I
I have to make a judgment. And I think that he's got a big, fresh mouth. I think your husband has a big, fresh, dirty mouth. He couldn't even control himself in the courtroom. Do you understand? So you lose your security deposit. That goes for his inconvenience in having to go to court and having to hire an attorney and having to have at least a little record, a little something on his record that he assaulted somebody. So you lose your security deposit because he did the wrong thing.
But
and I'm adding another $250 just for good measure, because I don't like people who abuse the system in order to get a leg up. So I'm issuing a judgment for the plaintiff. In addition to keeping the security deposit back, sir, I'm giving you only on the false arrest charge $250, and I'm dismissing their counterclaim for any rents or any rents due them or the return of their security deposit. Goodbye.
Parties are excused. You may step out.
Like I told the judge, if someone hits me in the eye, gives me a black eye, and I don't have really problems with they're concerned about it, I go the next day. How's that sound?
He did go the next day.
When he screamed and cussed me out, I couldn't deal with it anymore.
When we went to the police station to file the report, there's been more than one issued case of domestic abuse against Greg.
I did call the previous landlords, and they said they were filthy people, but they seemed nice. I thought they were good for me, but I guess not.
He's too happy. We also know that he's lying about a disability just so he doesn't have to pay his ex or soon-to-be ex-wife in the divorce proceedings. I know that. He admitted it to us.
And now the next case.
All parties in the matter of Levy versus Levy. Step forward, please.
Investment advisor Perry Levy is suing his ex-wife, bookkeeper Gloria Levy, for an unpaid loan for her dog's surgery. Gloria says the money was a gift.
Mr. Levy, the defendant is your former wife, and it is your claim that you made a loan to her after you divorced, much later, for some veterinary bills for an animal that she had.
Yes.
And Mrs. Levy said, while she acknowledges that you gave her some money, she said you gave it to her. This was not a loan, this was a gift because you were being a nice guy. When were you married?
I was married in November '78.
And when were you and Mrs. Levy divorced?
June of '94, I think, Your Honor.
You have children?
Yes, one.
How old?
19.
And tell me about this loan for the vet bill.
On about the 13th or 14th of November last year, she came to me kind of panicking and upset because her dog Oscar had a tumorous growth in the throat. She said that the dog needed surgery or it might die. And I said, well, can you pay me back? And she said, not right away. Within a week or two, I can give you some money when a check comes in. I said, okay, fine. I said I had to borrow the money on the time on a credit card because I didn't have it available at that time. She said that she'd pay me payment.
How much did you give her?
I gave her $1,500 and there was a $45 check advance fee. She repaid me $500 on the 20th of November. The check was made on the 15th of November. Late November, early December, she said that she'd give me another $300 to $500 when she got it. At that time, just prior to that, we had a problem with our son. We had a disagreement over it. I guess she got upset at the way I was handling it, so my numbers were blocked. My home was blocked from calling her, and she disconnected her answering machine.
Where does your son live?
He lives with me.
How long has he lived with you?
He's lived with me since June of last year.
Prior to that?
He was living with his mother.
I'll hear you.
Yes, I did call him regarding my dog Oscar, and I said the surgery would be, as far as I knew, was about $1,500, and I didn't have the money, and I didn't want him to die, and he said...
First doom. Help me.
Help me.
Help me. Thanks. me!
3 नंबर बहुत खेलना नहीं आता ना, माँ की दाना मत करो, ठीक है? आके गेम में
Double takedown! Triple takedown! First doom. Help me. Double takedown. Double takedown. First doom. Double takedown. Help me! Help me!
Enemy here.
Triple takedown. Thanks. I need equipment. Resources here.
Go for the airdrop.
doom.
Enemy here.
Take down.
Need equipment.
First doom.
Enemy here. Help me!
Double takedown. I need equipment.
Thanks.
First doom.
Help me!
Double takedown.
It's showtime. Help me!
First doom. Double takedown. First doom. Double takedown. Double takedown.
Resources here. Thanks. Help me!
First doom.
Help me! Help me!
Double takedown.
Need equipment. Help me!
First doom.
Head there. Resources here. Thanks. Help me! Enemy spotted! Thanks! Need equipment! Help me! Thanks. Help me!
First doom. Double takedown. Double takedown. Triple takedown.